Shabbat Shalom. Today we are continuing our reading through Baruk. We are in Second Baruk, reading from chapters 21 through 28. And I went thence and sat in the valley of Kidron, in a cave of the earth, and I sanctified my soul there. And I ate no bread, yet I was not hungry, and I drank no water, yet I thirsted not. And I was there till the seventh day, as he had commanded me. And afterwards I came to that place where he had spoken with me. And it came to pass at sunset that my soul took much thought, and I began to speak in the presence of El Elohim, and said, O you that have made the earth, hear me that have fixed the expanse by your word, and have made firm the height of the heaven by your ruach, that have called from the beginning of the world that which did not yet exist, and they obey you. You that have commanded the air by your nod, and have seen those things which are to be as those things which you are doing. You that rule with great thought the hosts that stand before you, also the countless holy beings, which you did make from the beginning, of flame and fire which stand round about your throne. You rule with indignation. To you only does this belong, that you should do forthwith whatsoever you do wish. Whose cause the drops of rain to rain by number upon the earth, and alone know the consummation of the times before they come. Have respect unto my prayer, for you alone are able to sustain all who are, and those who have passed away, and those who are to be, those who sin, and those who are righteous as living and being past finding out. For you alone do live immortal and past finding out, and know the number of mankind. And if in time many have sinned, yet others not a few have been righteous, you know where you preserve the end of those who have sinned, and the consummation of those who have been righteous. For if there were this life only, which belongs to all men, nothing could be more bitter than this. For of what profit is strength that turns to sickness, or fullness of food that turns to famine, or beauty that turns to ugliness? For the nature of man is always changeable. For what we were formerly, now we no longer are, and what we now are, we shall not afterwards remain. For if a consummation had not been prepared for all, in vain would have been their beginning. But regarding everything that comes from you, do inform me, and regarding everything about which I ask, do enlighten me. How long will this corruptible remain, and how long will the time of mortals be prospered? And until what time will those who transgress in the world be polluted with much wickedness? Command therefore in mercy, and accomplish all that you have said you would bring, that your might may be known to those who think that your longsuffering is weakness, and show to those who know not that everything that has befallen us and our city until now has been according to the longsuffering of your power, because on account of your name you have called us a beloved people. Bring to an end therefore henceforth mortality, and reprove accordingly the angel of death, and let your glory appear, and let the might of your beauty be known, and let Sheol be sealed, so that from henceforth it may not receive the dead, and let the treasuries of souls restore those which are enclosed in them. For there have been many years like those that are desolate from the days of Abraham and Yitzchak and Jacob, and of all those who are like them, who sleep in the earth, on whose account you did say that you created the world. And now quickly show your glory, and do not defer what has been promised by you. And when I completed the words of this prayer, I was greatly weakened. And it came to pass after these things that, lo, the heavens were opened, and I saw, and power was given to me, and a voice was heard from on high, and it said to me, Baruk, Baruk, why are you troubled? He who travels by a road but does not complete it, or departs by sea but does not arrive at the port, can he be comforted? Or he who promises to give a present to another but does not fulfill it, is it robbery? Or he that sows the earth but does not reap its fruits in its season, does he not lose everything? Or he who plants a plant unless it grows till the time suitable to it, does he who planted it expect to receive fruit from it? Or a woman who has conceived, if she brings forth untimely, does she not assuredly slay her infant? Or he who builds a house, if he does not roof it and complete it, can it be called a house? Tell me that first. And I answered and said, Not so, O Yahweh, my Adonai. And he answered and said to me, Why therefore are you troubled about that which you know not? And why are you ill at ease about things in which you are ignorant? For as you have not forgotten the people who now are, and those who have passed away, so I remember those who are appointed to come. Because when Adam sinned and death was decreed against those who should be born, then the multitude of those who should be born was numbered, and for that number a place was prepared for where the living might dwell, and the dead might be guarded. Before, therefore, the number aforesaid is fulfilled, the creature will not live again, for my Ruach is the creator of life, and Sheol will receive the dead. And again it is given to you to hear what things are to come after these times. For truly my redemption has drawn nigh, and is not far distant aforetime. For behold, the days come, and the Sepharim shall be opened, in which are written the sins of all those who have sinned, and again also the treasuries, in which the righteousness of all those who have been righteous in creation is gathered. For it shall come to pass at that time that you shall see, and the many that are with you, the long suffering of El Elyon, which has been throughout all generations, who has been long suffering towards all who are born, alike those who sin and those who are righteous. And I answered and said, But behold, O Yahweh, no one knows the number of those things which have passed, nor yet of those things which are to come. For I know indeed that which has befallen us, but what will happen to our enemies I know not, and when you will visit your works. And he answered and said unto me, You too shall be preserved till that time, till that sign, which El Elyon will work for the inhabitants of the earth in the end of days. This therefore shall be the sign, when a stupor shall seize the inhabitants of the earth, and they shall fall into many tribulations, and again when they shall fall into great torments. And it will come to pass, when they say in their thoughts by reason of their much tribulation, El Elohim no longer remembers the earth. Yeah, it will come to pass, when they abandon hope, that the time will then awake. And I answered and said, Will that tribulation which is to be continue a long time? And will that necessity embrace many years? And he answered and said unto me, Into 12 parts is that time divided, and each one of them is reserved for that which is appointed for it. In the first part shall be the beginning of commotions, and in the second part there shall be slayings of the great ones, and in the third part the fall of many by death, and in the fourth part the sending of the sword, and in the fifth part famine and the withholding of rain, and in the sixth part earthquakes and terrors. Seventh part wanting, it was left out. It was missing from the scroll when they found it. And in the eighth part, a multitude of specters and attacks of the Shadim. And in the ninth part, the fall of fire. And in the 10th part, rapine and much oppression. And in the 11th part, wickedness and unchastity. And in the 12th part, confusion from the mingling together of all those things aforesaid. For these parts of that time are reserved, and shall be mingled one with another, and minister one to another. For some shall leave out some of their own, and receive in its stead from others. And some complete their own, and that of others, so that those may not understand who are upon the earth in those days that this is the consummation of the times. Nevertheless, whoever understands shall then be wise. For the measure and reckoning of that time are 2 parts a week of 7 weeks. And I answered and said, It is good for a man to come and behold, but it's better that he should not come lest he fall. But I will say this also, will he who is incorruptible despise those things which are corruptible? And whatsoever befalls in the case of those things which are corruptible, so that he might look only to those things which are not corruptible? But if, O Yahweh, those things shall assuredly come to pass, which you have foretold to me, so do you show this also unto me, if indeed I have found grace in your sight. Is it in one place, or in one of the parts of the earth, that those things are to come to pass, or will the whole earth experience them?